Hey YouTube, and welcome to another episode of Shenzo Plays. Today we're hopping back into Sea of Stars, continuing where our journey left off. I'm really looking forward to playing this, but I also want to apologize. I am not feeling my best, so this might be a shorter video. But you guys know the drill by now. If you can, please leave a like or a comment. Don't forget to subscribe, ring that bell, follow me on all my social media, which will be in the description down below. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you here in just a second when we start gameplay. Hey YouTube, I'm back. Sorry about that. Just had to get my controller set up. But here we are, back with Sea of Stars. And we're here in Mirth. We are missing one... We're missing a fisherman blueprint, I believe. I believe he's talking Tom Hardy's Venom. Venom 3, The Last Dance. Or whatever the heck that title was. I don't actually remember. Alright, so we've opened up the path to the Sea of Stars. I wonder if there's something at Hiker's Rest. Let's go take a look at that before we head to the Sea of Stars, just real quick. Because it has a star there. So I don't know if there's something there that I can still grab that I may have missed. But let's go check it out. That movie was Garbo. Oh, the Venom 3. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I understand why people liked, you know, Tom Hardy's Venom. I did not. I did hear, though, what made me appreciate it a little bit more is that if you view the Venom trilogy as a romantic comedy with Eddie and Venom. What just happened? Okay, there we go. My controller just DC'd. I apologize, everybody. Then I think it becomes a lot more bearable, right? Like, it becomes a better film because of it. But... yeah, you know, it's not really my thing. And that's okay. You know, we don't have to be, you know, we don't have to be fans of everything, right? But yeah, I didn't care for the Venom trilogy at all. I watched the first one and I watched the second one, and I was like, you know, it was fine. I'm not gonna say it's like the worst thing I've ever watched, but yeah, it just wasn't for me, and that's okay. You know, sometimes it's just not, you know, films are just, they're not for you, right? Who's a worse Venom, Hardy or Grace? Grace. I don't think there's any question. It was Grace. I don't feel Tom Hardy was a great Venom, but I feel that, you know, he was better than a lot of others they could have picked. But yeah, I definitely feel Hardy was the better Venom out of the two, for sure. That's my 2 cents. Like, and I don't dislike Grace at all, but I feel Grace was miscast. I don't think Grace was a good. I don't think Grace was a good Venom at all, and I don't think he was a good Eddie Brock either, for that matter. Hardy, I think, at least had, you know, aspects of Eddie down pretty well. And again, I don't want to, like, you know, crap on anybody, because I know, you know, performances are difficult, but Yeah, just like I said, that's my 2 cents, is that I definitely feel that Grace was a miscast. Hardy at least had potential. I just don't feel they lived up to their potential. Think Cavill could be a good Hardy / Venom? I think so, but at the same time, I don't know if I would want him to be cast as Eddie Brock. I don't think I would want him in that role. You know, that like I said, that's just my 2 cents. I wouldn't want Cavill in that role. Feel like Topher Grace did the best he could, but the casting was off and the writing directing was fucking on that movie. Yeah, well, I mean, I think we've all heard the stories about how, like, Venom wasn't even supposed to be in, you know, Spider-Man 3, and then Sony insisted that Raimi include Venom. So I think given the circumstances, yeah, like I said, I don't want to shit on Topher Grace. I feel, I agree. I think he did the best. I think he did the best that he could, but sometimes there just isn't saving something, you know? Sometimes, no matter how good your individual performance is, you can't save, you know, a piece of shit. You know, a piece of shit is still a piece of shit. A turd is still a turd, right? Raimi didn't know about enough Venom. Sony pushed hard for that. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Could be cool to see him as Wolverine. I think we saw the cameo of him in Deadpool and Wolverine as the Calverine, and I feel that was all we really needed there. I don't think Cavill needs to be in any more superhero films. I think there's roles he could be good at. Like, for me, I would probably, you know, if it wasn't for the fact that, like, Colossus was you know, Russian, I would think he'd be a good Colossus, for example. I think that he could be a good Juggernaut if we're talking, you know, like Marvel and X-Men. But yeah, you know, just like I said, I don't think Cavill needs to be in that role anymore. You know, I think he got treated very poorly by Warner Brothers with his Superman. And I just I'm not a I think maybe him stepping away from the superhero franchise will be good for him for a bit. Mr. Tanner, why are you whining? What's going on? Here. Good boy. I love you. Radcliffe could be a great Venom. No, I agree. I mean, I think Radcliffe would be fine. I think I don't know. I think he'd be better as maybe a different villain than Venom. But like, I think Radcliffe would be good in any role he did. You know. Tanner. Tanner, you need to stop, bud, okay? Yeah, I do remember Vulture was supposed to be in Spider-Man 3. Tanner, stop. Come here. Come here, boy. There we go. Good boy, dude. He's got his toy. Radcliffe as younger Wolverine wouldn't be bad. Yeah, like I said, I don't feel Radcliffe needs to do the superhero thing. And I don't know if he's necessarily interested either. But he could. But I definitely think it's I definitely think it's time for new actors to come into the fray. You know what I mean? Like, I get that a lot of these are, I get that a lot of these, you know, I get, you know, there's a lot of, you know, appetite for nostalgia and established actors, but I mean, I look at, like, Chris Hemsworth and Tom Hiddleston, right, who were relatively unknown when they got cast, and now they're two of the longest, you know, tenured members of the MCU, right? So, that's just kind of my take on it. My opinion. Definitely not, you know, definitely not the end-all, be-all, right? But, yeah. Show says, I just want a comic book accurate height Wolverine. Yeah. I mean, we technically got that for a scene in Wolverine and in Deadpool and Wolverine, right? But, no, I get that. I got the bouncy achievement. Nice. Gotta go to the store. Be right back, or have a good night if I don't see you. Sounds good, show. Thanks for stopping in. Always nice to see you, my friend. But yeah, I definitely think Doomsday and Secret Wars should kind of do a little bit of a reset, you know, for the MCU. I don't know what they'll do exactly, but all right, so here we are in the Sea of Stars, 23 hours in, and we finally made it. So excited to see Cyclops coming back. Yeah. Scheduling conflicts kind of made his last appearance go a little oof. Rumor is Chris Evans is returning? Yeah, I'm trying not to really keep up with any of that. Just because, I don't know, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't want to buy into, like, too much hype. I just want to go in and enjoy Avengers Doomsday. I don't know if I believe it. I believe it. I mean, look, they got RDJ to come back, admittedly as a different character. I wouldn't be surprised if Evans came back, if for nothing else than just the paycheck, you know what I mean? Who could Evans be as a villain? I mean, so there's a lot of options, right? There's several Hydra operatives Evans could come back as. There's evil Captain America, which they've done. You know, there's a lot of choices out there. He's usually a good guy except for in Knives Out. I mean, he's played the asshole a couple times. Admittedly, it was very weird in Knives Out to see him portray such an asshole. But Intruder alert! Evans is Mr. Sinister? Nah, I like I said, I don't think they need to cast anyone who will play a big role moving forward. I think they need to move away from legacy actors. Like I know RDJ's gonna do well as Doom, but I would have preferred if they had done something else, you know, personally. But we'll see what they do. You know, I don't want to judge anything ahead, but that's just kind of where I'm at with the MCU. Is like, look, a lot of these characters have been around for a long time now. Their stories have been told. Let's move forward. Entities from another world have breached the compound. Commencing elimination. Watch out! Happy that Aquaman is getting the chance in Slobo. Yeah, Jason Momoa, you mean? Yeah, I think he'll be really good in that role. It's going to be a little weird for sure, but at the same time, like... You know, at the end of the day, it's just... What are you going to do, right? Oh man, that wasn't very good. Luana's Might, Retribution. I did it! Other thing I wish Spider-Man 3 would have done was make Harry Osborn into the Hobgoblin. I know it wouldn't have gone with the comics, but that would have been cool. Yeah. I mean, at this point, Spider-Man 3 is, you know what, almost 20 years old now, so it's a little late for armchair quarterbacking, but no, I get it. I really do. Thank you, Silly. This place seems so advanced. There's nothing like this mentioned in any records. Sarai? Welcome to my world. We desperately need you. Learn Sarai's true identity. Why didn't you tell us? I couldn't find the words. Would you have stuck around if you knew? Of course, we'd be nowhere without you. My world fell to the Fleshmancer a very long time ago. It's completely lost. Up above, Skybase produces nasty clouds that prevent sunlight from reaching the surface. And the moon, he sank it into the ocean. Do you understand? The moon and the sun disconnected. No more children of the solstice. Will you help? You know we will. Where do we begin? By visiting Rapine, my hometown. I've been away for far too long. My people, are they like me? Yes. One by one we are turned into cyborgs by the wicked Catalyst, a sentient evil machine. Cursed by immortality in this form, my people linger helplessly while the Dweller of Dread slowly feeds on their souls. Sarai, I'm so sorry. You can help. This is exactly why I left. To find Solstice Warriors, to find you. If we can remove the clouds, the moon will shine again. Then the Dweller of Dread would be made vulnerable. We will cleanse your world, I swear it. And I swear it too. Thank you. Getting to Skybase won't be easy, but a lead might have been found while I was away. Rapine is on Cerulean Island, east of the exit from here. We should hurry. Some kind of technology displaying shapes made of light. It's honestly really impressive that we managed to get the Vespertine over the, through that cavern, huh? So there's Infinite Abyss and Cerulean Island. Let's go explore for a little bit. So there's Skybase, the Fleshmancer's lair. Sacrosanct Spires. And then we have Solstice Shrine Island here. Soccer says, I always hated the Osborn and the Amazing Spider-Man films. Yeah, I can't say I was a big fan of those either. I didn't think it was a very good casting choice, personally. Which is a shame because, you know, both Emma and Garfield, I think, did a really good job in their roles. I even think that, didn't they have Dennis Leary as, I think it's George Stacy, Captain Stacy? It's locked, but it looks like the roof is accessible. No, people hated Franco, but man, he was great Harry. Yeah, I mean, most of my stuff with Franco, I can't really watch a lot of his stuff anymore just because of what an awful human being he turned out to be. It's kind of a shame because, you know, like we talked about, he was very, very good in a lot of roles, right? But yeah, I can't, I can't really watch any of his stuff because, yeah, it's him being just an awful person makes me just, it's just something I don't enjoy anymore, unfortunately. Alright, we got a recipe for sashimi. Alright. Something's on. Want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Doesn't look like I did, but... Once again, the music in this game is just phenomenal. Defoe is the best Green Goblin. Yeah, I mean, look, there's a reason why they haven't tried to bring the Green Goblin back. Particularly after the Green Goblin in Amazing Spider-Man 2 didn't really do that well. But yeah, I agree. I mean, Defoe was fantastic. And he was also a huge highlight in Spider-Man No Way Home. Yeah, I mean, I think anybody who, you know... I don't think it's fair to say, unfair to say, that all the villains they chose to bring back for, you know, No Way Home, whether it was Electro or, you know, Doc Ock or Green Goblin, like, all of them were done pretty well. It was just there was stuff missing, you know? That's the unfortunate thing. Like, with Electro, why did they make him blue? You know? For Jamie Foxx. There's just, yeah, it's just like I said, it was just unfortunate that they had, you know, there was just stuff that was missing or missed. They messed up Rhino. Oh, yeah, oh, man, we don't even need to talk about Amazing Spider-Man 2 and Rhino. Yeah, they... Oh, boy. That whole situation was just a mess. And it was an unavoidable mess. That's the worst... Or an avoidable mess. That's the worst thing. Yeah, like, so much of Amazing Spider-Man 2, it's like, oh, Rhino is, like, in a lot of the trailers. And then he just legitimately does not show up until the end scene. Yeah, and then he's in a mech, yeah. It's like, alright. And look, like, the mech, the thing is, the mech could have been cool. But there's just, there was a lot about The Amazing Spider-Man 2 that just did not work, unfortunately. And it's a shame, too, because, like, you know, the death of Gwen Stacy is supposed to be this, like, huge thing. And to, you know, not get a good... To not get a good, execution, it just makes me sad more than anything else. But, like, I'm glad that, like, Andrew was able to come back. You know? Yeah. I'm glad they were able to, you know... I'm glad they were able to kind of rectify it a bit in No Way Home. But, you know, like I said, it was a long time ago, and there really, you know, there isn't really a way to go back and fix it. And that's okay, you know? It happens. Theater exploded when Toby popped up? Yep. Yeah, the No Way Home live theater reactions were pretty good. Same with Endgame. There was some good stuff, you know. I'm Toby will always be your Spider-Man? Hell yeah. I feel like the one negative about Holland Spidey is it feels like he can't stand on his own. I disagree with that, but, you know, again, to each their own, right? I think part of it, honestly, is that, you know, they introduced Peter as, you know, Tony's protege, right? But a lot of people forget that it's like, you know, that's how Spider-Man was in the comics, you know, when he started. And, you know, my personal favorite thing is it's like, they didn't want to redo a Spider-Man, they didn't want to redo a Spider-Man origin story, so instead they spread it out over 3 movies. But I think Holland's done a really good job. Oh, we got a crane operator ID card. That's cool. 1 blueprint disc, 1 Kyber, 1 power unit. Okay, that's what we gotta find. But yeah, you know, like I said, you know, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I'm a big fan of Holland's Spider-Man, personally speaking. But, you know, again, to each their own, right? Let out the loudest noise when Toby got stabbed in No Way Home. Fair enough. Want to see J.K. Simmons again as Jay Jonah? Yeah, I think he's been great, yeah, in that role. I really do. Okay, what are we supposed to do with this, huh? Oh, okay, I see. Got it, okay. You moved the teleporter. Makes sense. Hey Silver, how are you? I'm alright. I'm not feeling my best, but overall okay. Can't complain. Just a little under the weather, that's all. How are you? Pretty good. Excited for tomorrow? Hell yeah. What do you got going on tomorrow? Doing a family get-together for Christmas. Oh, that'll be nice. Okay, we need a wireframe sheet. Alright, so we're gonna have to come back here, it looks like. Who that hasn't shown up in a Marvel movie would you like to see? So do you mean characters or actors, Soccer? So you're talking characters, I have a couple. Actors, I'm not sure. Okay, characters. So for me, for Marvel, I think the biggest one I want to see is Black Cat from Spider-Man. I think Black Cat, if done well, could really be a good character. But yeah, so Black Cat would probably be my top. I've always found Felicia Hardy to be a very interesting character. Particularly with her relationship to Spider-Man. But yeah, that would probably be my choice. Alright, we found a blueprint disc. Found sashimi. And found some gold. Okay, cool, cool. But yeah, that would probably be my choice. What about you, Soccer? Do you have one? Alright, so I need a wire print sheet here. Alright, so we're gonna need to come back. Well, there goes the hex shield. Scorpion until the new movie came out with him, but I would love to see what they could do with Prowler in MCU. Oh, Prowler would be a good one. Yeah, I mean, they technically had Scorpion already, but not in the suit. He made a cameo in, he made a cameo in, Homecoming. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they decide to do, that's for sure. Alright. We got Kyber ore. Alrighty. Right, I got the wrong one, like a dummy. I'm just gonna go heal up at the campfire real quick. All right, then I'm gonna go get something else to kind of munch on and refill my water. I'm kind of starting to fade a little bit, so I figure maybe some food will help. So I'll be right back. Hang tight, everybody. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, everybody. Soccer also wants to see Jubilee or Bishop. Yeah, Bishop would be good. I think they did have Bishop in one of the X-Men movies, one of the Fox X-Men films, but I think Bishop could be a pretty good one. Jubilee to me is so crazy because she was such like a prominent member of the X-Men in the 90s. And and then they didn't really I just feel they didn't really do anything with her after that. Okay, I still need a wire plate sheet. We've seen enough Cyclops. All right, there's the wire plate sheet. It's crazy how many different times Professor X has died in films. True. All right, we got everything we needed. Maybe we need to use one of the machines over there. Hey, it's not there. All right, there we go. Processing. Kyber mesh battery completed. Sending to elevator room. Please use laser crane for safe handling. Dog, what are you doing, kiddo? Elevator online. Probably should have saved and healed before we did this, but that's okay. Alright, so we have the Cerulean Reservoir. Well, at least check this place out. Alright, there is a treasure chest up there. Go get it. Well, we got a data strip. I wonder if that's a object for Teeks. Soccer says, I'm excited they finally fixed Daredevil and Punisher. I don't know, I feel Daredevil and Punisher both were pretty well done with the Marvel Netflix stuff. Same with Luke Cage and Jessica Jones. Iron Fist, like you said, is kind of the only one that wasn't really great. But that's okay. You know, can't have wins all the time. Repine. My house is all the way up. We can make our plans there. There's no peace left in our hearts. There's a rainbow conch. All hail the magic conch! I don't know who had a worse debut, Daredevil or Ghost Rider. Someone must have known. Found another data strip. Sarai, why would you return? Out of those two, I'd probably go with Daredevil. But yeah, neither one was great. Or Hal Jordan. I mean, look, DC has been like super hit and miss for a while now. I would definitely probably say I'd still probably go Daredevil out of that list, but that's, like I said, that's just my 2 cents. Man, I wish there was some way to cheer people up. It's like I'm the only one other than Sarai who still has some energy, but I'm no fighter. You're from another world, right? You got any games out there? Wheels, huh? That does sound like it could be fun. Could you do me a favor and ask the watchmaker from your world if there's any way to get a table delivered here? I'd love to play some wheels. Sounds good. Something light. From the water. This was everything I ever wanted and more. Dispensing reward. Got a rainbow conch, okay. Thank you for your help. I'm eager to visit my home and show you what we're up against. I do like how Deadpool makes fun of the whole Green Lantern situation. Yeah, it was pretty good. They did too much to us. Alright, we need a lot of money, apparently. Hey Anna, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. Found a rainbow conch. All hail the magic conch. Zale using powerful encryption as cipher might do the trick. We found a couple of those data sticks, so I wonder if that's how you create a cipher. Mr. Tanner, what are you doing, kiddo? I'll definitely want to buy that if we can. Gonna need to save up a lot of money to buy the rest of the equipment we need, but that's okay. Night 1 of Chaos completed. I'm tired. Oh, hey, you made it through. That's gotta be worth something, right? I used to feel I don't want to stay. How can I go on? We should have turned the other way. Alright, got some pudding. I wish that I could give up. I want a way back to my mind. I still see it in my dreams. Alright, here's Sarai's house. Good morning, Cedric. Good morning, Sarai. I see your journey to other worlds in search of solstice warriors has proven successful. Odds increase. Drastic. What's the status? Moon still sunken. Sun remains blocked by clouds. Fleshmancer yet inhabits the castle which cannot be reached. Active threat, Dweller of Dread. Any recent events? Fleshmancer activity detected a few days ago. Fleshmancer left briefly for another world, returned with a new monster lieutenant named Elisandrel. Erlina. Confrontation with Elisande Durrell, not recommended. We'll see about that. Recommended action. Use Solstice Warriors to defeat Dweller of Dread. Recommended action dependency. Make for Sky Base to remove clouds and reconnect Sun and Moon. But how to get there? Report. Surveil of the Cerulean Expanse continued while you were away. And? Faint energy was detected, concordant with old records about the dead of a forgotten race. Rumored builders of the Speedball Network might know a way to bring it back online. Analysis of rails and ramps confirms Speedball Network as a potential route into Sky Base. Recommended action, follow survey probe through Cerulean Expanse and investigate signal. Shot analysis, long. At least we have a lead. Presence confirmed of servants to the Queen that was. Confrontation likely unavoidable. Don't worry, they can fight. Probe calibrated. Will beep faster to show objects of interest. Good luck. We has the probe! We've been probed, everybody. The Cerulean Expanse. Could they really be somewhere in there and still alive somehow? One more thing, Cedric. Yes? I want them to see what we're facing. Show them. Dispatching drone. If you're gonna probe me, go easy. It's my first time. Hey, Raz. Good to see you. Welcome back, Try. Your people. We're taking this thing down. Solstice Warriors demonstrate emotional investment. Might negatively affect performance. Recommended action, breathe in. Don't worry about us. That monster is getting its due. Recommended action, breathe out. Haha, thanks, Cedric. Okay, first the moon has to shine again. We need you two at full power. The Cerulean Expanse is east of Rapine. Here's hoping that whatever we find there will be able to help. Deeks? You two go ahead. I want to talk with Cedric. I'll catch up later. Decryption console online. Please present any data strips you may have. Decryption not possible unless more data strips are found. Recommended action, find more data strips. Okay, good to know. That's how we can make a cipher. Find more data strips. Yeah, I'm blanking on his name, but the actor that plays Kingpin has been phenomenal for years. And Soccer says, the one Spidey villain I think they could do so much with is Chameleon. I mean, Spider-Man has a very deep roster of villains they could draw from. Arguably more than any other character Marvel has. Hi, Ace. How are you? It's good to see you. So here we are in the Cerulean Expanse. Didn't know for the longest time Kingpin was the villain in Men in Black. Yeah, in the original. Yeah, the same actor. Vincent D. something. I can never remember how to pronounce his last name. Ace, I'm okay. Feeling a little under the weather, but otherwise doing pretty well. Can't complain too much. Hell of a good actor. Yeah, I agree. He's had a lot of roles. He was in Law & Order. Yeah, he played the Bug in the original Men in Black. Inner boy, what are you doing? Him and Charlie Cox work so well off each other. I agree. What are you doing, Tanner boy? Handling. All right, and we level up. Let's see. Yeah, let's upgrade magic attack here. Magic attack again. And I guess we'll go normal defense. Alrighty. Okay, so this is probably showing us what direction we need to go in. I'm just curious. Put up a hex shield. All right. So, no other signs. Thank you, Try. No other signs of items in this section. Now we're back here again. So yeah, it looks like this is gonna work like the Lost Woods in Zelda. Mostly. Still haven't quite figured it out yet. Hey Sand, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling a little better. Yeah, I don't know what we're supposed to do, so let's just go here. Hey, Johnny, thank you so much for the raid. Wordman, good to see you. Hope you guys had a good stream. Welcome on in. Silver Sable, yeah, that could be another good character for sure. Thank you, T1. Experiencing some complications, but you're alright? Alright, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better, Sin. Alright, there we go. Feel like this being a more city-based buddy, that Hammerhead could appear? Yeah, I mean, Hammerhead could appear for sure. Yeah, I don't ever want to rule anything out, right? But I just don't know if Hammerhead would be a TV-worthy, you know, villain, right? But we'll see. It depends on how all in they go on, like, the gang war stuff, you know, with, like, Kingpin and Daredevil. Down 25 golds. That's cool. You okay, Tainer Boy? What are you doing, Goober? Tanner Dog, what's up, bud? Alright, so yeah, it looks like if you do go the wrong way, they just take you back to the beginning. Fascinating. I'm just trying to see if there's, trying to make sure I don't miss any items. Wire plate armor, yeah, like that. Probe isn't going off at all, so we'll just move on. Wire plate armor made with red, yellow, white electrical wires. You know it. It's the only way to make wire plate armor with actual wires. Dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel. Dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel. Lion King 1.5. You got it, Silver. Quick before the hyena comes. Roommate loves that movie. It's a good movie. It's a fun retelling of the original Lion King for anyone who doesn't know. It's basically Lion King 1, but from the perspective of Timon and Pumbaa. Pumbaa the one, Timon the half? Kinda. Alrighty. Gotta search for some more locations in here. Okay, found that. Anything else? No treasure chest or anything? Doesn't look like it. Alright. Meat! Buried in the sand. It's gotta be tasty, right? Don't we all just love when our meat is sandy? Ugh. Extra fiber. Oh, good thing I blocked that last one. Gotta get that timing down. And there we go. Okay, got that. Treasure chest, perhaps? Nope, more enemies to beat. Okay. There we go. Alright. Oh, there is something else in here. Okay. Find it. Wheat! Okay, doesn't look like there's anything else, so we will press on. Doesn't look like there's anything over here. Tries jamming over there, hell yeah. Love to see that. Alright. There's no one. Another setback. Surai. Cedric detected something here. We need to find out what. The Lost One's Hamlet? Guys, we're in your Hamlet! Do you believe they programmed this in just for us? How insane is that, huh? For those that don't know, on YouTube, that's what I call my community. A 4-year-old built this place. This used to be one of his workshops, and this dome design were in a giant container for souls. A 4-year-old, why? His experiments left a presence behind. Attention all! This concoction will dispel the concealment curse. Those who wish to remain hidden, look away now. Oh? It worked! Hey, I can see you! What color am I? What happened here? Another wicked experiment. I knew Aeforum was meddling with souls, but detached living beings from their bodies. So he hides the proof and leaves them here to wander forever? Your friend is a coward. Aeforum's not... These people might know something that can help. Let's ask around. So I knew this is what y'all look like behind computer screens. I knew it. What's up, Tanner Dog? You okay? Good boy, kiddo. Okay. Yeah, so guys, I'm gonna be honest, I'm fading pretty fast here. I'm starting to feel pretty not energetic. So, if we find a save point, we'll probably call it. Surely you won't try to enter the workshop. You know there's something big and dangerous in there, right? Humph, I don't know why I looked. Need anything for the journey ahead? I mean, I would love to buy your recipes, but I don't have the coin. So let me try and sell some stuff here. Tanner, it's okay, kiddo. Tanner, stop. Stop, bud. I love you, but you gotta knock it off, okay? It's okay. Alright, we got both of the recipes, so that's good. Tanner. The one who did experiments on us, he was not well. Come here, Tanner. Lie down. Can you lie down for a bit? Okay. Hey, hang on, guys. Yep, Tanner's here, everybody. Everyone says hi, kid. You okay? Yeah, can you lie down for me, please? I saw someone darting towards the exit. Don't they know we're stuck here? No, you tell me first. Well, what color am I? I do not miss the tank. It's good to be able to see each other after all this time. This is a special day for sure. Best was always a special one. You're solstice warriors, aren't you? Yes, we've come from another world. Who are you? I am called, Best, or Beast. Do you know anything about Skybase? Yes, my people remember when the place was built, back when we had physical forms. Unfortunately, the access route went offline after Skybase was corrupted to create the clouds. Corrupted? Yes, it was the first step in the build-up to our world's downfall. You mean Skybase wasn't always a bad place? Oh no, it used to regulate climate and keep our planet lush. But it was truly beautiful. But the evil machine that took over Skybase eventually corrupted its AI core. The creature of the cyborgs, and called itself the Catalyst, so that's where I'll find that bastard. You remember, we thought it erased memories too. We only remember its name. Sarai. I'm okay, just one more reason to get to Skybase. The Speedball network is the only way. Do you know how we could restore power? Yes, when it became clear that our world would fall, we built a failsafe. Amidst the Synchronaut sacrosanct spires, it hides in plain sight. A titan made of cybernetics and stone holding a giant block up high. If the brakes are released, it will drop the block, returning the energy that was spent to lift it up. The most primitive form of battery, holding just enough power to support our world's last-ditch effort. We named it Estriste. But the entrance to the sacrosanct spires is sealed. My people tried everything. That seal's an easy one to break for those who know how. So you can get us in? If you can get me out first, absolutely. What do you mean? This one understands. Beast and his people are stuck here. This dome is the only thing preventing them from dissipating into nothingness. As I said, I will help, but you first need to get me there. And I also wish to fight by their side. Tell me, how good of an alchemist are you? I dabble. Can you do it? Living glass. One final attempt, perhaps. Are you sure you understand what you are demanding? Yes, for a way to fight back and help reclaim my world. The procedure cannot be undone. I understand. I would need proper tools, but my code prevents me from breaking into Airforal's workshop. If you can get the door open, I will do it. You're not dodging this one. Cedric, I'm uploading a 3D scan. Transmission received. Lock level, intricate. Can you make the key? Affirmative. Wordman says I'm addicted to Clover Pit. It's a good game. They actually just updated it, I think, today or yesterday. So I need to go check it out. It's a good game, though. It's a lot of fun. Good. I'm sending the probe to pick it up. And now we wait. But your life, I guess I just never imagined such a long stretch of time. If my understanding is correct, you and the Lunar Monk are on such a path yourselves. One day at a time. I believe we can teach one another, and I have much to learn about combat myself. Still, I bet Garl would have managed to make them laugh. Haha, yeah, I bet. I'm sorry, Valere, I didn't mean... Oh no, it's okay. See, I used to think grief was a negative emotion that eventually went away. But it doesn't work like that. It's just always there. So it's not like there's anything you could say that would suddenly make me remember him. Sometimes I feel really sad, and other times I find myself smiling and thinking of fond memories. It's like Zale said, he's always with us on some level. I think it's slowly starting to understand that it just means I'm lucky to have someone so dear to me. Does that make sense? It does. Thank you, Valere. This helps me too. Just like Garl, to be the highlight of the day without even being here. Haha! Looks like our key just arrived. Ready? I should warn you, the abomination that tortured us still inhabits the place. We'll take care of it. Walnut cork. This pod, this is where I was kept all those years. And this one. To Core, at long last you will be avenged. The monster is up ahead. Make sure you are prepared. Alright, so we'll rest and heal up. And then I'll probably call it a night here, everybody, right before our big fight. Ah. All right. Well, thank you everybody for hanging out with me tonight. I'm sorry I was quite a bit exhausted today. I'm gonna try to get some rest though, so you know I don't have to. I'll be a little bit better tomorrow. But as a reminder, tomorrow we will be doing a stream. We'll be playing some Spider-Man, and we'll be doing a stream to honor the mods, mod appreciation stream. So if you guys can show up, I know it would mean a lot. But thank you guys very much for hanging out with me today. YouTube, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.